What do you do? How do you answer that question? When you're at a business function and someone asks you, what do you do? What do you say? How about a more casual encounter? Like when you're at a party and someone asks, what do you do? What do you say? What do you say when you're on the proverbial elevator? Well, if you're like me, it depends on the person and your mood. Being an introvert, my natural inclination is to be brief and to avoid conversation if at all possible. So most of the time, I simply say that I'm a financial planner. If I feel the need to impress them, then I might say that I'm a partner in a financial planning firm. If I'm in an outgoing mood, which is rare, then I might say I equip people to lead better financial lives in an effort to get them to ask questions and further engage. And if I don't want to talk at all, I tell them I sell insurance. Personally, I've always struggled to answer the question, what do you do? It's because our work is so uniquely complex and personal. We do so many different things for different people. One day, I may sit down with a newly married couple who just had their first baby and walk them through decisions concerning an emergency fund, buying life insurance, paying down debt, education planning, retirement planning, and taxes. I might help them better understand what their life might look like if the mother decides to stay home and not go back to work. The next day, I may sit quietly with a widow in her living room, sorting through years of financial statements, trying to help her determine what's important to keep, while she recounts years of memories and struggles to contemplate her future. I used to answer the question, what do I do, by saying that I'm a financial planner and I do different things for different people, and that the best way for me to demonstrate my work would be to sit down and to have a conversation. But in today's virtual world, I find that answer is becoming less and less viable. People want to know more about who we are and what we do before they sit down and talk with us. For the most part, we all sound the same, and as a result, the client assumes that we are. And with the negative campaign messages coming in from the robo-advisors trying to discredit us, and with the Department of Labor insinuating that the public needs protection from us, now more than ever, how we communicate what we do, how we frame our business, how we express our ideas, our thoughts, and our beliefs is becoming more and more important. Now more than ever, how well we communicate what we do will not only determine if our businesses will thrive in the future, it will determine if they even survive. To communicate well, I believe that we need to not only communicate what we do, but we need to clearly articulate how we do it, and most importantly, why we do what we do. In his best-selling book, Start With Why, Simon Sinek says that all the great and inspiring leaders and organizations in the world all think, act, and communicate in the exact same way, and that it's the opposite of everyone else. Most of us start with what, because what is the easiest, but what really tells us the least. Everybody in here knows what they do. It's on your business card, it's on your LinkedIn profile, and your Facebook page. Your financial advisors, financial planners, wealth managers, CFPs and CFAs. Or maybe you even have a well-crafted tagline or positioning statement that explains what you do. Some of us can clearly articulate how we do what we do. This might be a unique value proposition or an area of expertise. And I hate to say it, but if our unique value proposition in our area of expertise is limited to building great portfolios that are diversified, strategically allocated, tax efficient, or that our fees are low, or that we give advice under the fiduciary standard, then we're not really saying much. And we still sound like everyone else, including the robo-advisors, and it'll be difficult to differentiate from them on that basis. But why? Why do you do what you do? Why you do what you do tells a different story. It's unique to you. It's what differentiates you. But few advisors know why they do what they do, and even fewer can articulate it. Simon Sinek says the best communicators start with why, not what. Why do you do what you do? How do you answer that question? Why does your organization exist? It's not to make money or to make money for other people. That is a result. For the first part of my career, money was my why. And then one day, about 12 years ago, I was literally sitting in my office looking out the window, and I thought, is this it? Is this what I'm going to do for the rest of my life? Am I going to get up and come to the office every day just to make as much money as I can and to make as much money as I can for other people? It felt hollow, and it felt meaningless. I didn't know what to do with these thoughts, so I called the pastor of my church, and we met for lunch. I shared with him my feelings, and then he gave me the book Halftime by Bob Buford. And the book Halftime challenged me to think about my life not only in terms of financial success, but in terms of significance and purpose. I became consumed with why I was doing what I was doing. Beyond the numbers and beyond the strategy, I wanted to know what was the purpose in financial planning? What was the purpose in investing? What was the purpose in retirement? What was the purpose in making more money? I've always been interested in psychology, so I started to read about the connection between money and happiness. I then discovered the life planning movement, and I sought training and guidance from some of its pioneers like George Kinder, the Kinder Institute, Carol Anderson at Money Quotient. I circled back around to church and to scripture, and then I found Ron Blue at Kingdom Advisors, and I completed some fairly intensive training in the realm of faith and finance. Today, neuroeconomics and behavioral finance are explaining the science behind financial planning, and it's absolutely fascinating. Now, I don't have all the answers. I still have much to learn. But what I do know is this, and that's that people don't just want more information about how to build a great portfolio so they can make more money for the sake of making more money. Deep down, people want to lead lives that are significant, lives that have purpose and meaning. And money is a tool that can be used toward that end. And we have the opportunity to equip them on that journey. And that's a why that I can get behind. Starting with why means asking yourself, what is your purpose? What is your cause? What are the beliefs that inspire your work? Simon says that people don't buy what we do, they buy why we do it. And if this is true, if people don't buy what we do, they buy why we do it, then it stands to reason that advisors who know why they do what they do and can articulate it will develop stronger and more meaningful relationships with their clients. And advisors who know why they do what they do will not only survive in the future, but they will thrive in the future. So what do I do? What does my team do? We equip people to lead better financial lives. How do we do it? We do it through an integrated framework of educational resources, collaborative tools, and personal one-on-one advice. But why? Why do we do what we do? Why we do what we do is inspired by our beliefs. And this video communicates what we believe. At Gilliam Advisors, we believe that leading a better financial life will look different and be unique to each individual.
It will be based on your beliefs and your values.
We believe a better financial life is purposeful,
has clarity, is organized,
Minimizes anxiety and conflict.
is hopeful,
and generous.
We believe that leading a better financial life is difficult and can be overwhelming.
requires expert knowledge of taxes, accounting, investments, and insurance.
And self-knowledge of the underlying dynamics that drive your behavior.
like your memories, your habits, your biases, and your vices.
We believe the use of money exposes and magnifies the differences between people and can create division and strife.
We also believe money can be organized and multiplied for the betterment of our families and our communities.
We believe leading a better financial life is made easier with an integrated framework.
For setting goals,
Getting organized,
Communicating with your spouse.
communicating with your spouse,
Making better daily decisions.
and helping you make big decisions with confidence and clarity.
We believe that we are all stewards.
And that stewardship is a responsibility and a privilege.
We believe faith and biblical principles are the foundation of a better financial life.
We believe a better financial life is the combination of hard work and diligence.
mixed with a good measure of grace and mercy.
We believe that wisdom and clarity are found by seeking counsel.
We believe in using our gifts to serve others.
We believe it is an honor to serve.
We believe the decision to hire a financial advisor is one of the most personal decisions you will ever make.
And we believe we can equip you to lead a better financial life. Now, you may or may not believe the same things that we do, and that's okay. That's one of the great things about free markets and being an independent financial advisor. There's a market for each of us to do what we do in our own way. The purpose of our work isn't necessarily to do business with everybody who needs what we need, who needs what we do, but to work with people who believe what we believe. And with these people, we can develop relationships and develop client experiences that will transcend market returns and regulatory change. So what do you do? How do you do it? And most importantly, why do you do what you do? What are the beliefs that inspire your work? Thank you.